My beautiful smoked almonds are all over the ground. The wind knocked them over. Why is this happening right now? Can't dwell on that, so I get another pan, put some almond oil in there, add some more almonds. Round 2 on the almonds. Fingers crossed the wind does not get in the way again. Work with me, work with me.
Chefs, 5 minutes left.
I know those chicken breasts are gonna take a long time. We don't have that much time, so they're gonna transfer that chicken to the grill.
Okay, so these guys are super good at making stuff. But why are they still showing young people cooking with meats and, seafoods? Because this generation of great chefs needs to convert all recipes that are meat-based to something to replace the meat. Whether you go with tofu or some other thing, spaghetti squash, whatever it is, but all of these recipes that you insist on showing over and over again on mainstream news have got to be changed, because we do not allow meat eating now. It is against the galactic law, the universal law, the same law, etc. So while they're still showing these things, get your thinking caps on. In other words, you look at that, and we've all, I don't know, maybe I have, and everybody I know has been eating meat the whole life. So, we already know what it tastes like, and then we just got to get creative. So what you do is you go down to the gas station, and you buy yourself a package of cigarettes, and then you go down to the pot shop, and you buy yourself something at the pot shop, and then you walk over to the park and find yourself a nice area with a combination of trees and shade and sun and maybe a picnic table and maybe a place to run. And, if there's statues there, then smoke up the statues. I'm serious, because if the statues need to get high, because they're spiritual things, and Shiva is how you connect to Shiva is with chillum, and chillum is cannabis. So a lot of these, because the Aboriginal people consult with stone spirits, upright stones in Hawaii are considered to be, there's a word for them, but they're spirit stones. So, once in a while, then just do it. You can learn to muscle test and ask somebody, and then to muscle test, yes, they said yes, or they no. And then just go over and take a big hoot and blow the smoke. Well, over at Friendship Gardens, there's like the king and queen of, I think it's Ukraine. Well, I smoked them up a few times because I go by there and they say, well, don't just think that we're not here. So I just blew smoke in, and they love it. So if you're over there, there's at the India statue at the Friendship Gardens, you just go over there, and what you say is Om Shiva, and then have your chillum, which is have your puff of your cannabis, with the intention of connecting with Shiva, Lord Shiva. And I don't know. I don't have it, but I don't know. Shiva doesn't talk to me. Krishna used to come through a lot. Durga loves to be, that tickles Durga. She loves that. I don't know, Ma Kali always gets threatened. She's going to come around. She says, I'm usually playing the Oracle in the Matrix movies these days, if you want to see Ma Kali. Because the ancient idea that a left-hand path led to Kali Ma, the insane consort of Shiva, who, rubs out devils. The stories must come from somewhere. I don't know. So anyways, if expect to see something crazy happen with the Oracle lady from the Matrix then. She usually appears as an older black grandma kind of lady. I don't know. Let's say she could still be at work. Let's say she could be, because it's not true, because nobody that's 62 looks like that. They don't. But it's a caricature of, I don't know, when I was 7 years old, people 72 years old would look like the oracle, the grandma black lady that makes cookies. But no, I don't think so. No. Anyways, all of these chefs and things, they're very tubby. That guy in the purple is very tubby. So you can't do sweetbreads, and you can't do, well, you could keep the salsa. Now this guy's way too tubby in the middle. So he looks like he's been drinking too much Parmesan wine and honey mead. And what is his problem? Well, he could probably do that, but he's carrying a lot of emotional baggage. And what is it about? Well, he's tubby and he looks like Colonel Sanders. So he's addicted to Kentucky Fried Chicken. You see his face now. Wait 2 minutes. And this guy here, Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's Colonel Sanders. His look. So okay. So what do you want, Colonel Sanders? Well,
the carrot tops just don't bring much to the party except they're green.
Thank you, Chef.
I am a huge fan of sweetbreads. I really appreciate that you didn't overcome.
Orson Welles was also enormously tubby. I don't know. It's too much alcohol consumption in caloric terms. It's a belief that alcohol and wine are heavy in sugar and huge in calories, and so it's a guilty pleasure. And you do like to drink wine, and you put on weight because you believe that the calories in alcohol and in wine and beer and meat are too many calories that you could possibly burn up in one day. So your body goes along. Sure, okay, well you eat too much, then you're going to get fat. But how do you explain people that are exceptionally trim but can eat massive amounts of food?
But I'm missing flavor again.
Well, the answer is again and again. Well, I don't know, a million different answers. Anyways.
But the beans were to be the star of the show, and you certainly didn't raise the beans to be the star of this plate.
Thank you, Chef Nelson. Let's give the judges a couple minutes to...
Oh, and this catty, horrible cutting up people. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Really, these are all expert people. And if you had these people one-on-one, I mean, you would just die for their food. So they are just being little bitches to one another. They should respect each other for just getting on the goddamn TV show. Seriously, are you kidding me? You're actually on international TV, and you're cutting up each other's dishes? That's insanely stupid. Because... I'm not going to be preparing that million-time prepared thing that you got to perfection. No, I don't know. A can of shake and bake and chicken. I used to go through. That was excellent. And a potato, I put it in the oven for an hour when I got home from work. And I'd have chicken, potato, I don't know, some butter, salt and pepper. I don't know, green vegetable. Well, maybe I'd put some broccoli there. In the summertime, I would put in olive oil on asparagus stalks and put them on the barbecue and grill them just like that, kind of.
It seems the Firemasters Arena may have got the best of these chefs.
Anyways, the whole message again and again is these meat dishes, if you really enjoyed those meat dishes and meat's no longer allowed, then we have to get creative about what you want to do with these recipes, because I'm sure you want to save them. I'm just going to have to adapt them. So, evolve and adapt. Let go of the horrible. And remember, we are allowing you to smoke tobacco again. Because law of vibration, law of attraction would be what attracts tobacco, connects tobacco to cancer and to heart disease. And that is a belief. And if you release that belief, then you can be more and more an expert as Severus Snape. Severus Snape. Well, I don't want to tell you again and again, but I don't know, there's lots of questions that we have from Harry Potter. And this group is called Muggles Studies, and we're learning how to deprogram ourselves from being Muggles and trying to figure out then how do we become, law of vibration people. Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks on YouTube. She's free, and she talks about law of attraction, manifestations, and how to be a wizard. So give her a try, please.